Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode, as my neighbors do work arc in the background. In the last episode, we made it to the lake, or more so, Rosewater Park. We found the key to the Historical Society, so that will be our next destination. Now in case you're wondering, you can't go here, which I don't know why they even bothered putting this here if the gate's locked itself. Anyway, let's run through the fog and start making our way to the Historical Society. Now, I'm surprised we haven't encountered any enemies out here, because I thought there were at least a few roaming about. Nothing there. You can see some blood. So we made our way to the gas station. I saw flashing down here. I could have sworn I saw something flash down here. Here's the bowling alley that gives you a chance to get the key, but seeing that you need to use the key at Brookhaven Hospital, you kind of miss out on getting the White Claudia. But we should actually be coming up to another New Game Plus item that you don't want to miss. And we can see the light of the Historical Society guiding our way. Let's use the key and break into this society. There is a save point here. So I might make a quick save. Nothing in the drawers. You see a map of, I think that's another section of Silent Hill. I think that's the Silent Hill 1 map. Oh, yep, and now the neighbors are using the power tools. Great. So these stairs are locked, and there's a light coming down. Yeah, you want to look around because there should be an item of interest. The Lady of the Light, unveiling two statues commemorating the local folktale. Now this is a reference, the Little Baroness, the maiden voyage of 1916. For those that are uninformed, this was actually the main setting for the Silent Hill arcade game. I've never played it, but it's actually pretty interesting. Basically, these two teenagers come to Silent Hill because one of the teenagers has a dream about the Baroness when it sank, and he's actually and the main character of that game, the player one, is related to the captain. And basically, they board the Baroness, fighting monsters and whatnot, and trying to save a soul of a little girl that drowns. That way, all the souls of the ship can be put to rest. It's actually a pretty interesting arcade game. I recommend looking it up. Right here we get a new clock Polaroid. But yeah, I recommend looking up the Silent Hill arcade game. So far, there's no legal way to play it. You have to pretty much sail the high seas and emulate it.
It's him.
And look who it is. Misty Day, the remains of judgment. It's Pyramid Head. Now here, you get this chalice. This chalice is only going to be here in New Game Plus because if you come here on your first playthrough, this painting of the Title Unknown, Offer Unknown painting will be blocking the silver. Will be blocking. I believe it's called the Silver Chalice. Oh, the Obsidian Gauntlet. So yeah, it blocks it, but the painting is removed in New Game Plus, so you can be able to get it. This is needed for one of the New Game Plus endings. There's just one more item for that to get. Waterfront landscape. Well, interesting painting. Alan Smith. God, I hate fighting off a cold or some form of sickness. Date of birth and death unknown. A depiction of the local area. The style indicates it was done sometime around the 1820s. When the region was far less populated with sparse infrastructure. Ah, such a great painting. It's definitely does not look like a wall. The Winston Coal Mine, established around 1850, it remained operational till the early 1900s. The mine played a key role in the revitalization of Silent Hill, and this actually does come into a play in Homecoming. And I presume that is not normal, but let's keep looking around. Brookhaven Hospital, where we were. 1880. The hospital was built in response to a Great Plague that followed a wave of immigration to the area. Originally, it was a little more than a shack, but it has expanded into a fully fledged medical establishment. Name scratch all over illegible. Former director of Brookhaven Hospital. I don't know why his name is supposed to be scratched. If anybody can tell me if he's actually a character who appeared in other Silent Hill games, please let me know. Yeah, but this place looks like it's seen better days. Oh, this is a lot of reading. Among the local legends is that the Lady of the Light. The story tells of a woman who was accused and found guilty of witchcraft. As punishment, she was taken to a small island out on the lake, a minuscule stretch of rocky soil, devoid of any food or shelter. There, she suffered a slow, excruciating death, as her body succumbed to cold and hunger. However, unbeknownst to the rest of the townfolk, there was a young man among them, who gazed into the woman's eyes, as bright as beautiful as a midsummer moon. He vowed undying love for her, and when she was convicted wrongly, as he believed, he swore that he would not let her suffer such a cruel fate. While waiting for the opportunity to obscure her with his beloved every night, he would sneak out and row across the lake, bringing her food and something to keep her warm. And every night, the woman would stand there, on the shore, holding a lit candle to help him light his way. But then, one night, when the sky was unexpectedly exceptionally clear, devoid of even a wisp of a cloud, a young man set out on his nightly escapade. As always, he would look out into the distance, looking for the light in the darkness that would lead him to his beloved. On that night, however, the moon shone so bright and so brilliant and so violent that stronger than any candle could see. Seeing the light's reflection in the water, the young man was led astray. He rowed and rowed and rowed, following the reflective light, hoping against hope that he could reach it. but he did not care for his aching arms or the soreness of his breath. Utterly mesmerized by the illusionary light, when the boat tipped over, the man was so exhausted from rowing, so weakened were his arms, that he was not able to swim to shore. Thus, he succumbed to a watery grave. Let alone, the woman on the island never lost hope. She kept coming out at night and kept lighting the candle. Legends say that those looking for true love can still see the lady's light out on the lake, shining to bring her beloved home. While the story is clearly meant as a metaphor and a cautionary tale, it is, to a certain extent, rooted in reality, as the area was indeed seem a share of religious perspectives such as that. Interesting that we get a different outcome to the story compared to what Maria mentioned. As she mentioned, the light went out in a storm, not the man being led astray by the moonlight. The Historical Society founder members, which are all very blurry. And we get this painting of a door and a pit. Oh, it's time for a long walk. And this tunnel is very long. I think it does take a few minutes. An interesting fact, this tunnel is not doing, basically it's not doing like the save resources where it loads like a bit in front of you and deloads what's behind you. It's actually all physically loaded into the world. If you want to see it, check out Boundary Break's episode. They did a two-parter episode of Silent Hill Remake. And yeah, they show, and Boundary Break shows that, yeah, all this tunnel was physically loaded into the world. Sadly, there is no song playing like Snake Eater or something like that. Though that would be kind of... Though given the setting, that would be kind of creepy if you start hearing music as you were walking down this giant corridor. We're definitely going deep under the ground, presumably under the lake itself. Still walking. God forbid any person had to go up and down these stairs on a regular basis. I will say, if they did have to do that, their legs would be would be strong as hell. They're definitely ready for a leg day, but yeah. Very, very long tunnel. Looks like we finally have reached a door. There's the door. And there's that giant tunnel that we came up out of. Let's see what lies beyond the door. Looks to be some kind of checkpoint. September 11th. 1820, prisoner number C221. We seem to have stumbled into a prison. This door is locked. There should be a save point somewhere down here. Crimson and white-eyed banquet for the gods. Death by skewering and execution at the prison. Death by skewering or strangulation. To choose this death is the prisoner's last taste of freedom. Kind of looks like the struggling figures. The Toluca Prison Camp. Toluca Prison Camp, built in 1862. The camp was used to house prisoners during the American Civil War. Converted to Toluca Prison in 1866. Okay, that's the way we need to go. Let's have a quick look down here. And it leads to nothing. Alright, well let's, as power tools are going off behind us, let's jump down the massive hole. Let's do it. We seem to land in some kind of well. And there's our way out. Now we seem to be in the sewers. Where is the save point? There should be a save point around here. James, hit the figure. There we go. Here's the No? That's the key. Where's the save point? Well, while we're here, here's a memory of the... That's not a memory of the past. I thought it was. Well, I think we'll end the episode here, and in the next episode, we will proceed deeper. So if you enjoyed this episode, do like the video, this helps tremendously. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on this episode. And share the video so that way more people can discover my content, help the channel grow. And I'll see you all in the next one. Later.